So last week, I finished listening to the audiobook of Barbara Kingsolver's Demon Copperhead. And it made me think about a student that I taught elementary school for many years. I think it was 2000 to 2001 that year maybe. And it was Pokemon cards were really, really popular. I'm going to call this student Henry. And we kind of embraced the Pokemon cards when they first came out. It's a learning opportunity and all of that. Until my principal, Barbara Andrews, one of the best principals I ever worked with, just got really tired of parents calling at the end of the day. My kid came into school this morning with a $50 Pokemon card and traded it for a 50-cent card, and I want that $50 card back. So Dr. Andrews just banned Pokemon cards outright. And it worked for most kids, but not for Henry. So the rule was that if a kid had Pokemon cards, you had to take them, put them in an envelope, write the kid's name on it, send it to the office. Then whoever the kid lived with would come in at the end of the day and pick up the Pokemon cards. And so, Mr. Yoder, Henry's got Pokemon cards. Henry, give me the Pokemon cards. Mr. Yoder, I'm telling you the truth, I don't have any Pokemon cards. Okay, Henry doesn't have any Pokemon cards. Let's get back to work. No, he's got them in his pocket. All right, so Henry pulls his Pokemon cards out, gives them to me. Next week, same thing. Mr. Yoder, Henry's got Pokemon cards. Henry, you got Pokemon cards? No, I don't have any. Henry doesn't have Pokemon cards. Let's get back to work. Mr. Yoder, they're in his pocket. No, Mr. Yoder, they're not in my pocket. So I tell Henry to pull his pockets inside out, and sure enough, there's Pokemon cards. So I put them in the envelope, write Henry's name on it, send it to the principal. Grandma can pick them up at the end of the day. This goes on. The next time, the Pokemon cards were down here. He had a hole in his pocket. So when the teacher asked, he'd just slide it through the hole. And the kid said, I pulled his pocket out. There's no Pokemon cards. And the kid said, look at the lump. It's right there. So then he had to do this little dance to get the Pokemon cards out. And now they're starting not to look so good. The next time, Mr. Yoder, he's got Pokemon cards. All right, where are they this time? They're in his shoe. So I put him in the envelope, write Henry's name on it, send it to the office. We go through this little dance. The next time, they're in his shoe. Mr. Yoder takes his shoe off. I look in the shoes. There's no Pokemon cards. Let's get back to work. No, you got to pull the insole out. They're under the insole. The last time, it was just after the boys came back from the bathroom. Yeah, JJ knows where this is going. I should have known. Mr. Yoder, he's got Pokemon cards. Pull your pockets. No Pokemon cards. No bulge. Take your shoes off. Look in his shoes, under the sole. There are no Pokemon cards on Henry. Okay, let's get back to work. No, Mr. Yoder, they're in his underwear. He showed us in the bathroom. I just went, ew. I'm not touching those Pokemon cards. They can stay in his underwear. I don't care. In Demon Copperhead, it's about a boy. His real name is Damon, but he gets the nickname Demon. He grows up, and the cards he's been dealt in life are pretty awful. His dad drowned when he was young. His mom died of an overdose. He was abused by a stepfather. Gets addicted to drugs. The last time I saw Henry, we laughed about the Pokemon cards. He was an adult man. And then the things we didn't laugh about, he had just gotten out of prison. He had been addicted to drugs. He had a mostly absent mother and father raised by a saint of a grandmother. And his first experience with the illegal drugs was as a bonding experience with his dad, who was already also an addict. The reason I thought about him last week was the 3-year anniversary of his death. Sometimes in life we're all dealt cards, right? We all deal with what we're dealt. Some people get the royal flush, some people get 3 of a kind. Some people like Henry, this lovable, ornery, very good liar, but one of my favorite kids ever, got dealt Pokemon cards.